What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. Now seeing the left, the Dems miss Trump once more with their aimed efforts, and this one comes with a large thud. So we can hear the body of the legal special counsel Jack Smith hitting the floor behind this latest blow in this newest update. I'm excited to get into clips, see exactly what's going on here. Jack Smith's reaction to his whole case being dismissed by Judge Eileen Cannon because of his pushy nature, guys. She could see straight through this sham case. So we're gonna get straight into it, guys. We'll see all the consequences and the backlash coming for that legal special counsel Jack Smith. This newest update, and I'll save my thoughts for the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end so you guys get my thoughts on the back end. And also, YouTube, push this video out. Definitely stick around to the end, you guys. But let's get straight into the news. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
News alert now. We have major breaking news on one of the cases facing the former president, Donald Trump. Specifically, the documents case based out of Palm Beach, Florida. For more on that, David spun tracking it in Washington, D.C. And David, I'll allow you to deliver this major headline.
Judge Eileen Cannon has dismissed the classified documents case against Donald Trump in Florida. This is massive news. We did not see this coming at all. This is a case that she tentatively postponed to a later date. The original trial was set for the end of May. She moved it back a couple of months, though not setting a date. She has just dismissed it in a 93-page court document saying that Jack Smith, the special counsel's appointment, violates the appropriations clause and the appointments clause of the United States Constitution. In layman's terms, she's saying that he was not appointed lawfully and not appointed appropriately. I'm sure we're going to be hearing from the Department of Justice about this momentarily, as Attorney General Merrick Garland believes that he had every right, and his team believes every right, that he could appoint Jack Smith as special counsel.
So that's the breaking news. Just for those of you guys who didn't believe me, Judge Eileen Cannon has dismissed Jack Smith's documents case against Donald Trump due to concerns about the legality of Smith's appointment as special counsel. Judge Eileen's dismissal argument centered around the idea that Jack Smith's appointment as special counsel in this case did not adhere to constitutional and legal standards. Specifically, she contended that the process for his appointment lacked proper authorization and oversight, thus violating the appointment clause of the U.S. Constitution. This clause ensures that specific federal appointments receive appropriate checks and balances, typically involving presidential nomination and Senate confirmation. By questioning the legitimacy of Smith's role, Cannon emphasizes the importance of maintaining constitutional protocols in judicial processes. So look, as per usual, I'm just a simple, common citizen. It's hard to decipher the exact details, considering Judge Cannon's release I think is over 90 pages long, and it's nothing but gibberish legalese from start to finish. I'm no genius lawyer who can read all that stuff and know exactly what's going on, but it seems to be an issue of constitutional adherence. The Appointments Clause of the Constitution mandates that principal officers, those with significant authority, must be appointed by the president with Senate confirmation. The argument in Cannon's ruling suggests that Smith's appointment did not meet the criteria, making his actions as special counsel legally questionable. It's an issue of political neutrality. There simply has to be checks and balances. A president or an attorney general shouldn't be allowed to just appoint a special counsel at will. There has to be some sort of rigorous process, and of course oversight to make sure that that individual is conducting themselves appropriately, and of course isn't a totally partisan pick. You can't have presidents naming whoever to special counsel choosing the most partisan, most politically motivated individuals, and essentially sicking them on their political opponents. That to me seems to be the issue. Maybe I'm understanding it incorrectly. Judge Eileen Cannon also said that there were way too many pre-trial issues, essentially to effectively continue, and so the decision was made. The charges indeed have been dismissed. They have been dropped. I'll show you guys the official document. We have an order granting motion to dismiss superseding indictment based on appointment clause violation. Former President Trump's motion to dismiss indictment based on the unlawful appointment and funding of special counsel Jack Smith is granted in accordance with his order, EFC number 326. The superseding indictment is dismissed because special counsel Jack Smith's appointment violates the appointments clause of the United States Constitution. Special counsel Smith's use of a permanent indefinite appropriation also violates the appropriation clause, but the court needed need not address the proper remedy for that funding violation given the dismissal on Appointments Clause ground. The effect of this order is confined to this proceeding, so I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about here in relating to a funding violation, but apparently it wasn't even relevant because the Appointments Clause was grounds enough. So the case has officially been dropped, and Jack Smith looks real pissed.
Special counsel, do you plan to make a statement soon to us? Can we expect to hear from you today on the Docs case, sir?
Now, I have no doubt that he's going to try to continue this case. He's going to challenge Judge Aileen Cannon's decision. But even with that pathetic pursuit, I don't think it's going to lead anywhere, as Jonathan Turley chimes in.
I get a final thought from you, Jonathan Turley and Andy McCarthy. Start with you, Jonathan.
Well, I think that with Judge Merchan, the assumption is that he's going to say a lot of this is unofficial conduct to preserve the conviction. But I have to tell you, I've gone through that case after the immunity decision, and I sat in that courtroom. I was surprised at how much of that case falls into the second bucket of the three buckets laid out by the court. A lot of it is stuff that the court says is presumptively official and protected. So he's going to have a tough time trying to make this cat walk backwards to preserve that. But for Donald Trump, if of all of the cases that could be dismissed, this would be at the top of the list. This was the greatest threat. And for now, at least, it's gone.
Not only does Jack Smith have an issue relating to the Appointments Clause, but he also has an issue relating to funding violations that could easily be used against him, and then on top of all of it, it's already been identified that a lot of the actions that Donald Trump took, that Jack Smith is trying to charge him over, well, they're considered official presidential acts. In other words, he's totally immune, thanks to the Supreme Court decision from, I think, 2 weeks ago. So it's not looking so good for Democrats. Frankly, it seems to be Trump's week. And look, I'm not the one saying it. I know some people are going to be a little bit uncomfortable with that statement, just because it's a very emotional time, but I mean, even Trump seems to be in good spirits.
We just got off the phone with the former president, and he said this: I am thrilled that a judge had the courage and wisdom to do this. This has big implications, not just for this case, but for other cases. The special counsel worked with everyone to try to take me down. This is a big deal. It only makes this convention more positive. This will be an amazing week. He said again and again that this was a big decision. He pointed to, Justice Thomas and the questioning in the Supreme Court on this very issue about the special counsel, but seemed to indicate that he thought that this would have implications for other cases.
He's ready to rock and roll. He's happy with the decision. He's already altered his speech. He's also going to be announcing his VP at the RNC convention tonight. Essentially, things are looking good and the show must go on. And this, of course, well, it's got leftoids seething and also suffering Freudian slips. Let's just say the leftoids at CNN aren't exactly too happy.
Felony counts. But here the Mar-a-Lago case was also seen as such a significant case of obstruction, of mishandling these issues, and now it's gone at this key political moment.
I mean, it's almost as if Donald Luck has this lucky rabbit's foot in his pocket.
You called him Donald Luck.
Did I say Donald Luck? I mean, I did. I mean, it is Donald Luck, right? I mean, if you look at all of his wins, everything that has happened, even the assassination attempt on Saturday, he has been able to, gain strength from this.
The absolute copium. They're seething as they call Donald Trump Donald Luck. Oh, he's just so lucky. He's got a guardian angel. Bill Maher said this ridiculous nonsense not too long ago.
No, he actually just got this guy is the luckiest guy in the world, but
he definitely made a deal with the devil at something. Because he always lucks out on everything.
Yeah, he has the best enemies.
Trump's just so lucky. How does he keep winning over and over again? Well, I'll explain it really quick to you leftoids. You might want to pay attention for this lesson. You think the common denominator is luck, right? Trump just keeps getting away because he's such a lucky guy. The common denominator isn't luck. The common denominator is you. It's your bogus attempts at destroying him. If you continue to launch these campaigns and every single one of your campaigns is built on a mountain of lies, non-evidence, fake information, well, if all of those campaigns fail, is it surprising? Of course it's not. The campaigns are failing because they're dishonest and corrupt. They lack substance or integrity. That's the common denominator, not Trump being lucky. Jack Smith was not legally appointed. What they did to Walton Otto was frankly disgusting. Donald Trump is totally protected by not only presidential immunity, but the Presidential Records Act. Those were his documents to take. Not to mention, most of them were not classified, and some of the classified ones were already declassified. That's why this case fell apart, not because Trump is lucky. This was the first case to go, and now it's the first one gone. Officially gone. Not delayed or didn't yield the results the Democrats were looking for. It is gone. Totally dismissed. Good on Judge Aileen Cannon. At least we have some good news to cover. As much as I'm feeling the same emotions as you guys are, it's not a bad idea to get a ball of positivity rolling. That seems to be what Donald Trump is doing, and he's the one who got shot in the ear. I'd say if he can do it, well then we certainly can join the crew.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Liberal Hive Mind. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below for those who want to go over there and check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Liberal Hive Mind a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. It just seems like Donald Trump can't quit winning. I'm with CNN and Bill Maher, guys. He is on a luck train. But then again, he is not, guys. When you get a real breakdown, you really look at the whole situation that is in front of Donald Trump. This has been a legal lawfare, weaponization, Department of Justice system, and a mountain of charade cases, bunch of baloney being tossed at Donald Trump. And it's not hard to, combat baloney when you're actually, a stand-up guy. You're doing the right thing. You're not a criminal or a felon like they're trying to paint you or make you out to be. I mean, it's not hard to defend this and send it right back at all the things that, we've been seeing, the charade cases, the legal lawfare being hurled at Donald Trump is now being tossed back at a 10 times harder rate of speed. We're seeing Jack Smith being clobbered in this one. He could barely show his face on camera on the streets after Judge Aileen Cannon has now slammed down on him for the final time, dismissing his charade case, that classified documents case that shouldn't have made it to where it was. You've seen that case was all strung together in order to paint this picture that it was worse than what it really was. Most of the documents being declassified or not classified to begin with. We had, Jack Smith, his DOJ staging the raids of Mar-a-Lago. The classified document covers that they were putting on top of all the documents to make it look way worse than what it actually was. I feel like once all the evidence of the Mar-a-Lago raids, the investigation on Mar-a-Lago with the classified documents started coming out, how they unlawfully obtained the documents, the collection of evidence, and then the planting of evidence, I knew this case was starting to crumble, deteriorate from the inside out. Judge Aileen Cannon just dealing the final blow, putting them out their misery with this one because she knew this case was hanging on by a thread, especially after that Supreme Court granted Donald Trump presidential immunity over official acts. And then the icing on the cake was Jack Smith. This is what brought down the House. Jack Smith's appointment by Merrick Garland was illegal, illegitimate, and that's what everyone's been screaming, exclaiming this entire time. We've had Alina Habba coming out. We've had Jonathan Turley coming out. We've had Donald Trump coming out. I feel like there's been so many legal experts, advisors, people in Trump's cabinet who have been saying that this thing is not right. It stinks. Jack Smith shouldn't be on this case. Been able to bring about this classified documents case. And at the end of the day, this has finally been proven to be true. Jack Smith should never have been able to bring about this case against Donald Trump to begin with. Judge Aileen Cannon allowed Jack Smith to dance around, play around the courtroom for long enough before she finally slapped down and said, hey, no more, you're done. Go find someone else's courtroom to play around. This isn't a circus court. This is not what you're going to be able to do. Bring these charade, these clown cases on Donald Trump in order to interfere with the 2024 election. After this monstrous update, guys, it's definitely hats off to that lovely judge down there in Florida, Miss Aileen Cannon, the young judge who they said didn't know what she was doing, but she knew what she was doing enough to see through, the charades of Jack Smith, Attorney General Merrick Garland. I don't know, guys. There's one more question left in the balance. Does Jack Smith have to refund all that, illegitimate legal funding that he got as a special prosecutor because his appointment was illegitimate and illegal? I mean, you can't keep the taxpayer funding. The big question is, does he have to refund to give all that money back? Or do they let him keep the money and kick him out of office? Guys, definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button. Share us out to as many Facebook friends as possible, guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost you one thing, you guys. Hit that like button for your boy. Also, hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Go.